this is going to serve as more of, obviously, you're going to see what went wrong with this, and you're going to know exactly why it went wrong and whose fault it is that it went wrong. But it's going to be more like a PSA for potential wrestlers or current wrestlers out there, because this business is based on one word, or should be based on one word, and that's trust. If you don't have the trust of your opponent, and you can't trust your opponent in this case to be able to catch you, then you've really violated one of the foundational tenets of wrestling, if not the foundational tenet of wrestling. So let's take a look here, and we're going to play it in real time as Roman goes for a very impressive dive right here. And you can see what went I can't even say what went wrong right away. Super impressive. I mean, he is super athletic to be able to do this. Look at that height. The camera angle, I have to say, is amazing too. Shooting it from the floor up, you can see with the cage in the back, the stadium right here. He's up there. He's up there, and he's very athletic. But you can see here as we go slow motion, what do you see right there, James? I mean, it's pretty obvious.
Overshooting, basically.
And thank God you can see right here, if Roman Reigns didn't turn himself, and even turned himself, you're landing on a very taut, tight mat. That's not a cushion, not a mattress, not anything like that. That is like hitting the floor. Like old amateur wrestling mats, which are not, like, they have no give. So what went wrong is these two guys. These two guys right here, I don't know what it is with WWE and even AEW and TNA with catching people, or the problem with not catching people more accurately. Why is it? And this is a thing that I learned in wrestling school before I even had my first match, just to put it in the back of my mind. And it was reinforced over and over again that when you're going to catch somebody, create more distance, because it's easier to step up into them. That in this case, how many times, James, you've seen people that they're too close in and the person crashes and burns? Almost 100% of the time.
Do you think there's a thing where they just couldn't believe how much distance Roman got? Because that's an unbelievable jump he did. I honestly didn't think he had it in him to go that far.
Yeah, but he has done it before. Here's what I'm saying. They're positioned right here. And obviously he's shot over that way. If they were just back here and stepped towards it, it's almost like taking a crossbody and running into it, and even you wouldn't jump into it on the outside. But my God, this dude, like this part of the mat here, this and this, it's just like this part with the rug. You might as well just land on the part with the rug, because it's not cushioning anything on that fall. He could have, I know something about it. Look, I got the TENS unit on. He could have really, really got a stinger on his lower back, on his tailbone. He could have sciatica for weeks or months from just the better bump. Because the worst part would be, what if coming down, look at this. What if it went that way and he just pogo sticked, or he landed sideways and then your neck's broken and you're out? And this guy right now is like at a point where it's very important to get the momentum to go back, hopefully, to the main event. Right now, he's working different stuff. He's kind of out in the desert push-wise, teaming up with Jay against, Seth and all these people. And it's just, it's something that, by the way, nobody would have remembered this spot as a moment by the end of the weekend, except for the fact this went wrong. And if he got hurt, it would have been remembered for all the wrong reasons. So this is just, I'm going to come back to me full screen. This is a PSA for any potential wrestler, any current wrestler, anybody that thinks they know what they're doing. And trust me, these two guys here are still extremely green. So I don't fault them for it, but you can't leave anything to chance, especially with one of your top guys who had, a 3+ year run as champion, and was one of the most over guys carrying the company through the COVID era and beyond, back when people came back into the crowd.
And the highest paid as well.
The highest paid. He should be the highest paid for all the work he put in, but yeah, you would be paying him to sit at home with a neck surgery and be off TV for over a year with this. And this is just, And I know what they did. Right here, Braun Breaker's kind of reaching out, doing the squeeze maybe. And right there, if Braun Breaker or Bronson Reed turn over, yeah, are you okay? Right there. Because they know. And I know the face too, like the grimace. Like when you completely miss somebody, see if we can see Braun Breaker's face. He's like, all right, that's not selling the dive. That is, oh my God, I hope he's okay. I screwed up. That's like you're really now nervous, like hoping he's okay, but you know you screwed up. And hopefully you're going to hear when you get back there. He'd probably be like, man, it's okay. Just next time, please catch me. But there's got to be somebody that's going to read the riot act to both of these guys and say, that's our highest paid guy. That's a top star. You need to catch him. And somebody needs to know better to be back here and step up rather than, whoa, got to catch him and nobody's going to land right. Either he's going to get hurt, you're going to get hurt, or everybody's going to get hurt.
If you scrub through the video a bit further, I think we've got one other angle of this.
Right there.
Mm-hmm.
That is, dude, that's truly scary. I mean, they didn't even, I would say they turned him. He turned himself. He literally took, this bump here is the one in wrestling school where you have the arm back and you do like a tumble. That's what he's doing. This is from like week 1 or 2 of wrestling school after you start taking bumps, that little turn. But that's a hard bump on the outside for him. It's just, if they were just 2 steps back in that direction, then again, if you're too far back, it's a game of millimeters, centimeters, maybe inches. If you're too far back and you step up and he lands low, you could literally break your ankles, you could twist your knee, you could blow your knee out. It's just one of those things. Did this match need it? This match for an opening match on night, even though it's night 2, had so much outside work where he potentially got hurt. And dare I say, Braun Breaker did get hurt going to the outside on the opening match of a pay-per-view.
Just to reiterate as well, I think it was Braun and Bronson who tried to put CM Punk through the table at the Saudi Arabia show, and they completely got the timing messed up as well. So, more reps as a team, maybe. Would it be fair to say?
Well, it's not even a team, like I said in that one. If they just looked at each other, like the Shield did it all the time. 1, 2, 3, go, get them up, boom. That's all it takes. And we have people like these guys are waiting for Roman Reigns. We have, what was the air dive? It was Jay, where they kept the camera. I don't know who's directing these shows and pay-per-views. There's no close-up camera cuts of, say, Jey Uso getting ready to dive, then cutting behind Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker to do. They are leaving what was it, the girls' match we did, or what went wrong? They're just waiting forever for the girl to dive on them, and it still turned out to be a short dive that didn't look right.